Hello!
Hey! Hello to you all. So lovely to see you all.
And it's a good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world.
Yes, indeed. And there are hopefully lots of you from popping up all over the place. It's so lovely to be back. Feels like forever, doesn't it?
It does. It must be about a week or so.
But it still feels like a long time. We've missed you.
My name is Matt.
And I'm Kirsty.
And we're here on SBTV on our normal Monday night show. It's 8 o'clock in the UK. And I don't know where it is, wherever you are, but hopefully you're going to enjoy tonight's show. The way that the show works is...
Basically, you can ask a question, and then you will, if we get to answer your question, a spiritual question, and that doesn't mean is my mum there, or is this about anything you want to know about mediumship, about healing, about the way spirit works, all sorts of different things. If you can think of it around a spiritual world, you know, past lives, the lot. Fire it at us and we'll give it a go if we can answer it. That's providing Mr. P chooses it first, and then we will give you a reading.
That's the only way you can get a reading. The other thing that's really important to note is that comes up is there's someone pretending to be SPTV who is asking for details of credit card and asking you to pay by credit card. It's got nothing to do with SPTV. This is a scammer, so please ignore that. Also be aware that on Facebook, obviously, and YouTube, that basically the public domain, so please don't put anything private. But please do like, share, follow the page, and do subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can contribute in tonight's show.
That scammer's a bit of a beat. Oh, we've reached 10,000. Hey, well done, you lovely lot.
Can I just say that 10,000 likes, not scammers?
No. What's he like? Shocking. So, any hellos, Mr. P? Hello. Hello, ding dong. I know he died, bless him. Oh, what a lovely man. Oh, there's a Stacey come back enough. Hello, my lovely Stacey. How are you, darling?
Hello there, Stacey.
Okay, fair enough.
Hello there, Terry.
Oh, the lovely Terry. Hello, darling.
Hello there, Margaret O'Brien. Nice to see you.
Hello to you. Hello, Caroline Thomas or Carolyn Thomas. Hello to you.
From South Africa. No, don't do any impressions.
I was just going to say that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Rachel Harwood, nice to see you.
Hello, what a beautiful looking puppy dog there. Oh, it's very cute. Very cute.
Hello, Priyanka Sharma.
Hello.
I hope I've said that correctly.
Hello, yes, what a beautiful name. A lot of people call you Priya, I would imagine. Gorgeous name. Hello, Fiona Rosen.
Hello there, Fiona.
Lovely to see you. We are absolutely splendid, darling. I hope you are too.
Hello, Natalie Bentley.
Hello, Natalie. Evening all, said the policeman. Heather Green.
Hello,
good evening. Good afternoon or good morning.
Hello, Gillian Baker.
Gillian Baker, hello to you. Okay, sounds like a plan. Hello, Jane Nielsen.
Hello, Jane.
Hello from Turkey. That always reminds me of the program, not Christmas Dinner, you muppet. That novelty singing program. What is it, from all the different countries? And they go 0 point or 10 point.
Eurovision Song Contest.
Eurovision Song Contest. Yes. Lovely turkey. What day is it? No, it's him that said about the Christmas. He's got a turkey out, hasn't he? It's like it looks like he's been eaten by a turkey. He's got a turkey's bum on his head. Probably should have said that.
It's not even the 9 o'clock watershed. Please, if there's any children, please cover your ears up.
Sorry.
Hello, Judith.
Hi, Judith. Moving on before I get myself into more bother. Hello, Michelle Gardner Hall.
And Kathy Littlewood.
Thank you, Kathy. We are so glad to be back. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Vicky Brocklehurst. Hello, hello.
Hello, the Divine Light in California.
Hey, isn't that where all the best girls are from?
No, that's where the surfers.
Oh, that's where the surfers are from. Hello, Karen White. Good evening to you. Lovely smile. All the best girls come from there. Oh, you are such a smoothie. Wait till I tell her later, Richard.
He was talking to me.
He was
Hello,
talking to you. It's Mr. P's getting a bit cheesy now, just to let you all know. Amy Jane Pryor, hello to you.
Hello, Chantal Mendham.
Good evening. Nice to see you too, darling. Gail.
Can I just say, we've got some technical problems. It's not that our heads normally go like this on the show. It's just that sometimes...
Yeah, no, we have some technical problems this side. I was going to say Mr. Producer's end has got a few problems. I'm just getting myself deeper and deeper into it today. So yeah, there's a bit of a delay. So when we say half your name and then we wait for the other bit, it's because we're waiting for it to come up on our screens. So please excuse us.
We'll pedal faster.
Yes, Mr. P.
Hello, Nicola Humphreys.
Hello, Nicola. Oh, what a beautiful little cat. Gorgeous. Valerie.
I know it was in Eastern time.
How lovely, lovely old America.
Yeah. Hello, Adele. No jokes, please.
Oh,
really
I was just
sorry.
about to say
I saved you there, didn't I, Adele? Hello, Spirit of Love.
Hello, Spirit of Love. Adele, that's a great picture, by the way, with them sunflowers. I've had too much vodka. Do you know what? I haven't had enough. I don't drink, actually, Stacey. To be fair, all the bubbles get up my nose and it's too much for me. Carmen Maria Sweeney, hello to you.
Hello, Rose Ford. Have you got any questions, please, Mr. Producer? So before we go to our question, is any question of a spiritual nature for those people just joining us who may have missed the beginning of the show? Please post those up. If you're chosen, we'll answer them to the best of our ability, and then you get a reading. When we say spiritual nature, that's something to do with healing, to do with Reiki, a question about mediumship or connecting with spirit or making better connection. That's what we mean by that. So if you post that up, and then we'll go to the readings. But we're going to start off with our first one tonight, which is Gillian Baker.
Awesome. I was going to say, how do you keep your link with spirit? I'm going to start that question, and then I'm going to throw it over to Mr. Groggy. Basically, for me, how I keep it, first of all, I practice. Okay, I practice with my connection with them, because that's the most important thing. The spirit world, you've got to keep that connection strong. Is the only way. It's like a muscle. You have to keep exercising it. I'll let you carry on with the rest while I sort of drilling a card out.
Okay, so it's more or less following on from that. So continual talking, it's a partnership, it's a communication between the two worlds. So the more that you talk to spirit, the more they're going to draw close. The way I like describing it, it sounds a horrible way, but if you imagine the sort of flies going towards the blue light, you see the blue light and they go towards that, as it is the easiest way to sort of perform it. So ways to do it is meditation, sitting in the power. So you're building your own energy and then inviting the spirit world in, and then basically building that up over time. And the more that you connect, the longer you can do it for. And holding on for that and not analysing the message too much, just asking for who it is and holding that information. And then if you're giving a message, then invite them in when it comes to that point, but not before. Hopefully that helps you there, Gillian.
Okay, lovely jubbly. So I am using the lovely fairies tonight. And I am also using, that was Radley Valentine, good old Radders. And I've got Diana Cooper and Kyle Gray's both angel cards. with those two. Okay. And basically, for you, Gillian, today, I've got a card about relationships. Now, it doesn't necessarily specifically have to be about a personal relationship that is around you, and I'm not allowed to give that kind of information out anyway and on the television or public thing like this, because it's not really very ethical. But about a relationship around you, this is about there needs to be some forgiveness. There's a resolution that will come from that forgiveness. And it feels like you've also got to forgive yourself within this scenario. It feels like there's a bit of a problems going around. It feels like a bit of a sort of a whirlwind. I know that you're having a lot of protection. I have got this beautiful card come forward here for you here, and this is Archangel Zariel, and he's got a couple of wolves on his lap, so I know that I've got that protection that is protecting me around, and I do feel you need to open your wings a little bit and allow whatever is happening just to come into you a little bit more and allow it to be resolved. Don't put them walls up and shut things down, shut people out, and don't do it to yourself either. Quite often we can very easily blame ourselves for things that aren't really our faults. Oh, I should have done it this way, and oh, if I'd have only thought about that. I mean, how many of us sit in bed of a night time having a conversation in our heads about what we should and shouldn't have done? Gillian, I want you to wash all that away. I know that the angels are coming forward for you with this, and they're coming around just to let you know they're protecting. I also want to give you music, darling. Use the music to sort of help keep you calm and focused. And the last card that I've got pulled for you here, oh, he looks quite fierce actually. Don't normally get angel cards that look quite fierce. He looks very strong, and he's just saying to you, you know, take your power back. It says at the bottom of the card, take charge and take action. To me, this is about claiming your power. It's about, look at the beautiful colour in those wings. See how wonderful you are and own it, all right? Be forgiving to yourself and just allow your goodness to follow through. With that beautiful truth will come out. All right, my darling? I hope that was okay for you.
I just added one last thing, not for a reading, because that was wonderful there. Just to say, another thing is to join your local spiritualist church or go and see a local spiritual church if they can advise you as to a circle locally of a good, reputable medium. Regular practice will also help with that maintaining the link.
Sorry, a snuffly sneeze there. I do apologise. Right, okay, so yeah, thank you, Gillian, for that. Thank you. You're very welcome, darling. You're very welcome.
Okay, thank you for that, Gillian. Any more hellos, please, Mr. Producer?
Yes, there certainly is. Oh, jumpy bumpy this end.
Hello, Isabella Gonsalves. Please excuse if I've pronounced that wrong.
Hello, Isabella. Hello, Jessie D. Hello to you.
Hello, Jessie. Hello, Kerry Farmer.
Hi, Kerry. How are you doing? Great picture.
Very nice picture given. It was obviously Remembrance Sunday yesterday.
Yeah, beautiful.
Hello there, Catherine Newkirk.
Hello, hello. Lovely smile there, darling. And beautiful hair. You're rocking that.
And is there any questions, please, Miss Producer?
Somebody to plug the computer in. He'll be back in a moment. I'm just going to tell the world what's going on. So there's a lovely question. Sorry, come up from Shelley Cox. Hello to you. Okay, lovely. I would love to be open to the gift, but I'm a bit scared. Well, Shelley, darling, the thing is the reason why you have this fear. This is about the fear of the unknown. If you can't see it clearly, if you can't sort of feel it and touch it, like in the flesh, so to speak, it's very difficult for our minds to comprehend it. And with so many sort of horror films and stuff around, that's a very easy thing to happen, is to get scared from it. So first thing I want to say to you, my darling, is don't beat yourself up, okay? My advice to you is just dive straight in, take a deep breath and dive straight in, but do it gently. Go to a circle, okay? And then what will happen, this is what happened to me, because I used to be a right chicken. I used to run upstairs away from them all because I used to feed them all. And I used to, when I was little, I knew the lady up the road from me had died, and I used to leg it past her house because I used to feel her, and she used to frighten me. And it didn't change for many years. I could see and feel them, and it used to scare me. And it's only when I went to sit in a circle that I realised, actually, this is quite normal for a lot of people, not only to feel the fear, but to see, feel, hear, and all the rest of it. And it kind of then, by getting in that environment, helped me. Have you got any
To
tips?
me, the fear of doing something is actually worse than actually doing it sometimes. And it's letting go and just going with it. But it needs to be done in the right way. So not to go anybody who doesn't know what they're doing, which only adds to the fear. Go to someone reputable. So as I said in the last reading, go to your spiritualist church. See if they have a circle. If you don't feel, if you're not religious and don't want to become part of a church, then see if they can recommend what we call a home circle, where a medium has it in their own house or in a local centre, where they run a reputable circle, and from there you become comfortable with everything else. And the final thing to say to yourself is, if it was something that was scary, then there would be no spiritualists and there'd be no mediums, because we'd all be scared. And we certainly wouldn't do as many things as we do over the years of working with spirit. So trust it, give it a go. The last thing I want to say is, if you go, you like it, but if something doesn't feel right, it just means the circle's not right for you. And it's to not give up and go and look for another circle until you find the one. The way I always put it to my students, it's basically that it's like looking for your house. You find the one eventually that's right for yourself.
If I may, just before you give Shelley a reading, when you speak about letting the dark in, now there's dark and light and everything, but what you just need to do is set your intention that you only want love and light to come in. Visualize a bubble around yourself, and that can be your protection. You can call in Archangel Michael or any of the angels, your guardian angel. They will all bring you protection. There's so many ways to do that. Sorry, excuse me.
Okay, so with yourself, Shelley, I'm very much aware of a gentleman who draws in. I feel like I'm going on father's side of the family. It comes on a fatherly vibration. So this isn't father, I'm going grandfather, but I'll establish in a second. I'm roughly about 72-ish in age. I'm sort of roughly 5'9", 5'10" in height, quite a well-built gentleman. High cheekbones, very nice in disposition. Got a bit of hair, but sort of fading on the top. But generally just a really nice man. Massive hands, and I mean massive hands. I feel that I would have been very much apt of being outdoors and enjoyed being outdoors. And I also want to say with this gentleman that basically I've got a dog with him, a small dog. I'm not sure what it is, but it's certainly like a Jack Russell sized dog, all right, that comes in with him. I feel with him more grandfather as we draw in. I also feel that basically I've got respiratory conditions in there also, and I also feel that basically there would have been fading sort of eyesight towards the end of the life. What I mean that is more than just simply needing glasses. It was, the vision was quite difficult. He comes in for you because the last sort of 4 months has been very, very difficult with yourself. There's been lots of ups and downs and lots of emotional stuff that's been going on around you. And it just feels like everything's in turmoil, everything's gone to pot, structure's gone out the window and everything else. And what I want to say from him is to take a step back, allow things just to steady and to get calm, just like the sea. He also draws me to the sea with you as being a calming influence on yourself. The final thing I want to say to him is I'm hearing the song, and excuse my innocence, I know it's the song that they played for the rugby. All right, it's like the tune for the English rugby team. So if I can ask you to research that if you're not sure, but I know that's apt. And the message for you is you've just got to be strong for just a little bit longer. However, Christmas will be a lot more peaceful this year than it has been for the last 5 years. And if I can leave that with you, thank you for working with Shelley.
Lovely, lovely. Oh, that's really lovely. Thank you for that, Shelley. And guys, that's as easy as that. So if you want to throw a few questions, it would be really good. You know, because we don't pretend to know it all. What we do know a little bit. And we will confess up if we don't know it. But equally, it's up to you guys. What do you guys think? Have a little chat in the comments and everything. So oh, it's been a few. Yeah, okay, Shelley, that's very good verification. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelley.
Well done. Thank you. Okay, Mr. P. Okay. That's okay. Don't worry. You broke.
So if you just bear with us for a second, we've still got a few technical problems where on our side it's jumping around. I blame the producer keep on his trampoline while he's typing, but we will come back to you shortly.
Jumping about all over the place a bit. So sorry.
Okay, so hello, Bernie O'Hara.
Hi, Bernie. Yeah, so sorry, guys, for the technical problems. Hello, Ali Marie.
And while we're waiting for things to be stabilised a little bit, for those just joining us, the first thing is, where have you been? No, seriously. What I want to say to you is thank you for joining us. The second one is the only way to get a reading is to put a question up of a spiritual nature, and that is. So I'll just wake her up. We've got technical differences this end as well.
Technical problems in here today. And what is?
As you can see, communication is rife in our house. We do love one another though. So moving on, the only way to get a reading is.
Okay, I love it when he's so tactful. Basically, you just have to ask a spiritual question, and anything to do with mediumship or spirit world or passings, anything like how it works, sort of the mechanics of it. Literally anything to do with the spiritual world. If you want to give us fire it at us, we're more than welcome to give it a go.
However, anything like, can you see this behind me? Can you I have a free reading, please? Anything like that, unfortunately, will not get a reading.
Not
so we've told you what you need to do. So please post those questions, and if you're chosen, that's the only way you can get a reading tonight.
Yes, the only way is up.
Okay, so hello to Lynn Fields.
Hi, Lynn.
Hello, Paul.
Hi, Paul. Paul Marfleet. Good evening. Inner Peace works for me too. Lynn Addis, hello to you.
Hi, Lynn. Hello, Siobhan O'Rourke.
Oh, hello, Siobhan. Nice to see you, darling. Kerry.
Hello, Kerry Setchell.
Hello to you.
Hello, Marie Thomas.
I'm so sorry, Marie. Can we give Marie send Marie some lots of healing, please? She's not had some very good news today. Mum passed her spirit, so if you could just all send her a bit of love and ask for some healing to be sent over to her, because that's pretty horrible for her at the moment. Very tough, and she's going to need as much healing and love as you guys can send. That would be absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Hello, Chloe Thomas.
Sorry for your loss, Maria. Hello, Chloe. Is that our next question, Mr. P? Okay. And Chloe says, can you switch off at any time, or do you always have visitors?
So for me, I can switch off. I put that intention out. There's various ways you can do it. You can imagine sort of doors at your different points of your chakras shutting down and opening to open yourself up. And basically, by setting that intention that you're open or you're closed is the other way. So there's two different ways. There's other ways as well, but the main way to do it is setting the intention. By setting that intention that you're not open is the best way to switch off. And it's not healthy to be open all the time. It's good to switch off and to concentrate on family, yourself, having a good time, and all those other things.
Okay, right. Yeah, no, that's fine. Some people can't switch off fully, but you know, even if they can't switch off fully, they can reduce it. So it's not quite so intense is probably a really good word. And if you talk to some people, and if you talk to some mediums, I know there are certain mediums out there, they believe, well, you know what, why should we shut down? Because that's what makes the connection. Now, my personal view is it can be very intense and it can be very overwhelming if you are open all the time. And, you know, I'm protected, I know I'm protected, so I'm not bothered about that side of it. It's just, it's very draining, you know, because the emotions are huge for me. As I walk into other people's emotions, as I can see and feel spirit and coming around. When I'm working, it's fine, but I prefer to sort of dumb it down a little bit. So everyday life, because it's important you get the balance for both. Okay, so Chloe, we have a card for you here, which is absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious. I don't know if you can see. Can you see that? Yeah, look at that. And it's a beautiful little fairy on a boat, and it's the waters behind are very choppy, so I'm very aware that there's been you know, a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a bumpy ride to get to where you are, probably is the best way to put it. And I now know right in front of you the water is clearing, so it looks like you're just coming straight into smoother waters right now. Give yourself a chance to catch your breath. Give yourself a chance to just have a rest from all the trouble and bubble that's behind you. This also speaks about, you know, good traveling, and it also speaks about this card about moving. So if there's a move that you're thinking about, that's a possibility if you'd like it to come away. Now, I'm very aware, Chloe, that you are you've got a very high connection with when you, I don't know if you do work for spirit or you meditate or anything like that, but I know that once you start to meditate, if you don't, then once you start to, you've got a really high connection. You will be able to sort of connect into a greater energy very, very easily, whatever you call that is energy. And I feel you will find some solace and comfort for that. So what I would like to suggest to you is that if you could please just try and connect in by meditating and just bringing that energy forward. I feel like you're going to have a bit of an amazing journey once you start meditation, because things are going to start to open up spiritually for you in a very big way, and your connection is strong because, you know, you've got a big planetary connection here, and this talks about Mother, Father, God, and again, to me, that's about all these connections that you have that are really strong. So please keep that open. That will also bring your peace in for you. Okay, Chloe, I hope that is all good for you. It sounds like a wonderful dream to me.
It does. Thank you very much, Chloe.
Thank you, Chloe.
Okay.
Oh, bless you, darling. That's great. I'm pleased that you could understand that.
Is there any more hellos, please, Miss Producer?
Excellent. Okay.
Hello,
hello,
Wendy.
Wendy. Lovely Wendy. Lovely Wendy. Listen, I don't know what's going on in my ear hole, but Mr. B's not having a good time. There's all sorts of stuff going on here that can't be repeated. So if you just envisage that for a minute and have a little chuckle to yourselves.
If you hear any bangs on the computer, it's just him hitting it with a mallet. Keep going, Mr. Producer. Pedal faster. Hello, Nikki Stainsby, and hello, Wendy. We did say hello to you,
Hi,
and it's
Nikki.
lovely. Wendy Lindsay has her show on a Tuesday, so please check out her show going through the SPTV website.
And she is an absolute angel, a lovely reader. Hello, Emma State, my darling.
Hello
How
there,
are you,
Emma.
my lovely friend? Oh, she's amazing, this lady. Proper inspirational lady.
Hello, Paula C.
Hello, Paula C. Nice to see you.
Hello there, Victoria Palmer.
Hello, Victoria Jane Palmer, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Good evening to you.
And hello, Elizabeth Jones.
From South Wales.
Hello, Jodie Booth.
Jodie Booth, good evening to you. Good evening to you. Trish Head, hello.
Hello there, Trish Head.
Oh, you're jumping about
Hello,
again.
Mary Greenlaw from Maine.
Oh, is that where
United
Mrs. Fletcher
States.
was from? Oh, excuse me, I am ancient. I love a bit of Mrs. Fletcher. Oh, Deb
Hello,
Clark, oh,
Deb.
wonderful Deb
Another
Clark.
person for a Tuesday evening.
And before we bring up that evening, I just want to say, yes, Deb, Under Pressure, and it's hysterical. Oh, yes, here we go.
Yes, so we're very lucky for those in the UK, and particularly in the south of England. There's a demonstration coming up with ourselves and the lovely Deb Clark.
Yay.
And that is happening on the 2nd of December. It's the start of a weekend of SPTV events, followed the day after in Portsmouth with a psychic mediumship demonstration event with stalls and loads of readers and everything else on the Saturday, and in Waterlooville in Portsmouth. So 2 events coming up. So we're looking very much forward to that and working with you, Deb.
Yes, absolutely, my lovely.
Oh,
There's only three tickets
tickets
left. Ah! Come and grab them quick. Come and
Well,
grab them.
that's me, you, and Deb.
No.
Well, you've all gone.
Oh, yes, it'd be lovely to see you, Deb. Lovely to see you. And beautiful to work with you, my darling. Sing your energy, and I think we'd have a good giggle. Okay, Jan Finn, hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Love a good newbie. I hope you come back.
Hello there, CR Bowles 56 from the USA.
Sue, hello to Sue. Hello, Hayley McCook from Wales. Oh, we love the Welsh.
Hayley.
You guys are wonderful in Wales. We love a bit of the
Hello,
Welsh.
Jane Pusey from Wales.
Again, the lovely Welsh people. We love you all, Jane. Hello to you. Richard Taylor. Hello, hello. Oh, what a
Hello,
cute
Richard.
picture you have there. Oh, how cute are they? Oh.
So,
Yeah.
so hello, Judith.
Hi, Judith.
So next one is Jasmine Brown. What drew you to working with cards? Were you a medium first, and did you use the cards to help with connection, or did you start with cards and your connection strengthened as a result of using them? Do you want to answer that one first?
Yes, please. Basically, I actually mediumship and psychicism. Psychicism is what you use when you use the cards, because you're not bringing through a spirit person. You're connecting with the energy of the person that you're reading for as a medium. So this is to me, it's just another tool. I believe, this is going to sound a bit controversial, but I believe we're all mediums, and I believe we're all healers, and I believe some of us just have forgotten, and we all need to learn how to remember again, how to do it. And I've always had this lovely interest with the cards. So, you know, that I know it sounds a little bit sort of, I mean, have you seen some of the pictures on these cards? They are gorgeous. I mean, even just looking at the picture there on that card, there on the front of that, this is, there are so many out there. And once you find that and you get into that, you find they're really easy. For me, they were really easy to read. But then I just continued with, I do both, still do both. I love both for completely different reasons. And I think the world needs mediumship and psychicism.
Yeah, for me, it was slightly different. It was a mediumship first and the cards second. I had to do a psychic fair. Well, let's say I was asked to do a psychic fair, and basically they wanted to use cards, and I was like, well, I haven't got any cards. I was going to just do mediumship. So it's fine to do mediumship, but bring some cards with yourself. So I went scouring to the local shop, asking, I need some cards. The lady says, I can show you these ones, which are mine, but basically sold out. The next day was the psychic fair. Thought, well, I'm just going to have to go with mediumship. And then she phoned me up. She said she'd found one pack left in the warehouse that she'd found on the floor. So that just shows you how spirit direct you to what you need to do, and they will direct you every time to go to what you need to do or where you need to be. So if you want to add to that before I go on?
Yeah, just basically cards are a tool that will help you. What you do is you can read a card and then you can jump up to mediumship and bring someone through from the cards. And, or you can just use them. I think they're very versatile because you can just use them and read the cards as well. So.
Okay, so hopefully that answers your question, Jasmine. With yourself, I have a grandmother that comes in on mum's side of the family. I don't feel very tall, so 4'12", 5 foot, that sort of height. I feel very petite to the height, but I see familiarities within the face. I also feel with her very sort of, I want to lower my voice. I feel my voice was very low. I also want to say sort of pains around the chest area. I also feel like I've gone into a good age, sort of 87, 89, I've gone into my late 80s, thank you. I also want to say with her, it's almost like I need to say to you, sorry, that there is things that I'm holding back from saying that I need to say, and I'm almost need to clear my voice in order to say them. There is things that need to be said within the family context. She's coming in to give you that strength and that sort of the right words and the right timing in order to do that. I also want to say with her, very much she would have been a mother to everybody. I feel very, very loving. Now, it's a big family that I'm seeing. She's going on, I keep hearing the number 13, so I don't know if there was 13 children or whether there's 13 grandchildren or whatever, but 13 is significant, as she's telling me. I also want to say with her that basically July, and I want to go the 7th or the 8th of July for an anniversary, birthday or passing. She is so strong, and she's coming in so fast, but she's around you. You've not been sleeping. She's coming in around you 2:13 to 2:15 and coming again about 3:30 when you're waking up in the middle of the night. There has been tears. She's taking those tears away from yourself and allowing you to now go forward in strength. Similar to the last reading I did, Christmas is going to be easier. It's still going to be a bit difficult, but Christmas will be easier and better than it has been for the last 2 years with yourself. All right, trust it. Don't cross your fingers and have a belief in you. Thank you for working with me, Jasmine. Thank you for your loved one to work with me as well.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, Jasmine. It's very lovely and a great question. So, guys, if you would like to ask any questions, please just throw us and drop us a line, and Mr. P will hopefully choose you, so then you can get a reading either from me or his nibs. He's making some funny noises again. Deb, we need you. Where are you?
Mr. Grimsdale comes to mind. Any more hellos, please? Oh, okay. Going to some adverts now. Please be aware that we will come back, and the adverts will be about a minute or so, and we'll see you soon.
Spiritual Psychics TV are happy to tell you about their second holistic fair. Our event has over 30 stalls, with 8 readers, free talks, and workshops throughout the day. From 1 p.m. on the day, we have a free mediumship demonstration with Deb Clark. Our holistic fair has 5 different crystal stalls, 2 homemade soap specialists, with 6 different healers, ranging from spiritual, Reiki and sound healing. Readers such as Matt and Kirsty Grogan, Polly Harnett, Sam O'Neill, Jane Morton, Nick Brown, Emily Baker, and Patty Kennedy. We also have a variety of other interesting stalls available. Our event is on Saturday 3rd of December starting from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Waterlooville Community Centre. Come and say hello, enjoy the free workshops, talks, have a private reading, and purchase some wonderful Christmas gifts at the SPTV Holistic Fair. Tomorrow night from 8 p.m, Deb Clark demonstrates her mediumship by offering free readings.
Hey, what
Hey, and then that, yes, you can see that was our lovely Deb Clark right at the end, giving it that really golden girl kind of pose. Yeah. So I think that that Deb is a fantastic medium. So if you pop on tomorrow, you shall be hopefully seeing her giving Mr. Producer a load of stuff. And it'll be a bit of a giggle and a lot of fun and a readings galore.
Okay, so thank you for allowing me to read for you, Yasmin. Hey, my hellos. Hello, Gemma.
Hello, Gemma. Crystal.
Hello, Tracy Lloyd.
Hello, Tracy Lloyd.
Hello, MD007.
Is that shaking my shirt? Amy Jane Pryor, hello to you.
Actually, you lent us a £5 yesterday, so that means you must be Moneypenny.
Oh,
Oh, look at that, eh? Jade Fleming. 007.
It's all coming out now, isn't it, eh?
Come on. It's free night tonight. You get what you're given.
This is it, I'm afraid, guys. This is it.
Doesn't get any better.
Oh dear. Hello, Tracy Boyle.
Hello, Tracy.
Yeah. Okay.
So our next question is from Sarah Rose. How do you protect yourself and close down after readings? So for myself, it's basically these two ways, which we talked about earlier. It's for closing down is you can imagine doors and shutting all the way down your chakra points, or basically setting that intention that you're shut down. Okay, regarding protection, I'll let Kirsty answer that one.
Protection for me, there's lots of ways to do protection. You can use your breath and effectively breathe pure white light or silver light or gold light into your aura and visualize that encasing you. You can imagine like a silver white paint that comes all over you, or you can put yourself, in my favorite, in a bubble, or my other favorite is you ask the angels to protect you. And it's about, to me, it's about the intention. It doesn't really matter per se actually how you do it, as long as you believe it is going to happen. And if you believe in the angels as do I do, that's why it works for me. So yeah, find a way that works for you and just believe in that. Some people just say a prayer, you know, and if they ask to be protected, then that's basically what happens.
And that's the same with closing down. It's that intention, that belief that you're no longer open. Same thing.
Okay, let's have some cards for Sarah Rose, please. Thank you. Okay, right. I want to say, oh my goodness me, my head hurts looking at your picture. So much stress around you, young lady. Oh my goodness. I don't know how you're coping at the minute. Everything is, it's like, well, this picture, big fireworks. Look at them. Fireworks coming in. It's like so many all coming at once. And it just feels, like he's taking the mickey out of me now. Oh, wait till I see him. I'm going to have so much fun with him. I'm going to lamp him one. No, I'm only joking. I'm going to lamp him one. moving on. So, so as we are looking at this card, this is about, there's too much stress. Just, you know, it feels like my head is going to go explode. I've got too much going on. I feel like I'm juggling too many plates. I feel like I'm barely kind of holding the plates up before they kind of are coming down. You are lots going on. Yes, lots going on. But I want to say you are. This is about being careful how you multitask. You know, giving what you can to other people. This is about you know, if it can wait till tomorrow, let it wait till tomorrow. That kind of stuff is what I feel like you need to be doing if you're not doing. And sometimes things changes, so be flexible with that. And it's a lot of green in this card, and that to me means keep yourself grounded on the ground. You know, sort of go out into the countryside or by trees or by the sea, and just allow nature just to bring you back down to earth. So all that worrying doesn't sort of materialize into anything other than just to be able to keep pushing you forward to get all the tasks at work done. I want to say there's conflicts again around you. If you look at this card here, it's Mr. Justice coming in. So this is about balancing. This is about making sure that you have fairness on your side. I know that if there is conflicts within your life, that fairness will happen. But I feel like I need to say to you, you need to be fair, okay? And this is the only way it's going to resolve the conflict. Everybody has got to listen to everybody else, and that is the only way that you're going to get some sort of resolution from that. But I know you can do that. I know that that will happen. There's a beautiful, soft, gentle energy, and I feel that was also something that's going to be needed rather than this sort of angry red one. And I need to say, have some courage, because that courage will pay off. Speak your truth, whatever your truth is. Now, I know that sounds a bit happy claptrap, but it's really not. Once you start telling your truth, once you start admitting to yourself how you feel, it gives you an enormous amount of confidence. And it gives you more belief in yourself as you continue to build that up. You have got this, and you are going to win. Spirit are on your side, so just have that bravery. If you look, there's the old shield of protection there. I know that they've got a massive big light behind you, so Spirit are with you. So just keep going, all right? Keep trying to compartmentalize and give what you can away. Look after yourself and be courageous, because you will get through this.
Okay, thank you for that. Sarah, any more lows, please, Mr. Producer?
Why do you make that funny noise?
Hello there, Luana.
Hi, Luana. Nice to see you. Christina from Pennsylvania. Hello, hello.
Hello, Terry Presley Allard.
Hello to you, Terry Kirsty Allard.
Hello, Deborah Adams.
Hi, Deborah. Your lipstick matches those little poppies you've got there. It's beautifully matched there. Look at that. Okay. Right. That's a great question, Mr. P. So we've got Sue. Yes, thank you for saying that. Yes, Sue, as in AKCR Bowls 56. We are going to choose you. Mr. P has chosen you for your reading next, please. So if do you get overloaded with different souls that come through all at once, or they're quite orderly? Well, it depends on the family. It depends what they're like. Recently, I've had a lot of them kind of all squishing in together. And if it's a one-to-one reading in particular, sometimes it happens on platform, and I have to ask my guys to kind of get them to form an orderly queue. But quite often, if they come in and they're all yelling over each other, and that's how they would have been on when they were here, and that's how the family works on here. So that in itself is evidence. So they're showing me that as evidence, if that makes sense. You know, if they're coming in a big crowd, that says to me, you know what, they like to be all together as a family. And if they're yelling and shouting and talking over each other, that's exactly what they'd be like then. So that's kind of how it works. Generally speaking, unless I need to do that with the evidence, generally speaking, my guides do tend to pull in one, maybe two at a time, only because I ask that, because I can only see one at once. And when there start lots of it doesn't give me a headache. It just makes me go, oh, whoa, a little bit, you know, a little bit full. My head is full. How about yourself?
For myself, it's about communication, and it's about building a strong relationship with your guides, but also with how you want to work. So it's setting boundaries, I always say. So they need to get to know how you want to work, and you need to know how spirit works. So you educate yourself by going on workshops and make that connection stronger. Then what happens is you can make your connection stronger. Then you sort of say, right, I don't like them all coming at once. I can't work it all out. So I need you to, and I get them the guides. And if you imagine sort of like a doorman and sort of a bouncer, call it whatever you are, wherever you're from. And basically they all line up and we ask for one at a time. However, there is times where more than one person comes through, because like anything, they all want to push. Oh, it's our time, quick, let's get in and get as much as we can. So sometimes the medium might pick up on the motherly energies, but actually there may be two motherly energies. So as the medium starts to give evidence, the recipient may be thinking, wait on a minute, actually that sounds a little bit like my mum and that sounds a little bit like my grandmother. So there's two energies there. So in which case the medium then will go back. Other mediums will be able to decipher straight away. Depends how they come in, how close they come in, and how strong that relationship is. For myself, again, like Kirsty, it doesn't give me headache or migraines. It's just deciphering the information. And that's the key thing. It's down to the medium to decipher information to prove the evidence of life continuing after life. So hopefully it answers your question. It was Sue, wasn't it? So Sue, I'm going to go to yourself. I very much have a motherly vibration. I'm taken to the eyes in particular, but I do see the whole of the face, but it's the eyes in particular. I feel with this lady, I'm sort of 74, 75. I'm very petite, sort of, I'd say sort of 5'1", 5'2", but more 5'1" in height, sort of similar type of frame to yourself from what I can see in the picture. I also feel with her, a true lady, I also feel that she would have spoken what she felt to be right. I feel that everything had to be just right, had to be very particular and just the way that she wanted it to be. You know, she would have dotted the I's, crossed the T's, everything would have been tidy, there would have been no sort of mess around and everything. She would have been very orderly and wanted structure was really, really important and to get that in place. Now, she's making me aware of yourself that that structure's a little bit all over the place at the moment, and there's needing to bring structure back into the life, which is why she's coming through, as well as wanting to come through and sort of allow you to just be there. I'm struggling with my breath, so I do feel those respiratory conditions. I'm also getting stomach pain, so when I get stomach conditions, I get stomach conditions or cancer within the body. I know there's respiratory connections there also. I also want to say to you that my mind it's like coming so fast. She's so busy, and I don't feel she would have ever stopped. And I feel like she was like this towards the end. It's just like I'm multitasking. I'm doing so many jobs, but she's also making me aware that you do this all the time, that you've got to have more than one thing on the go. And you know, that's not criticism, but at times you need to have that balance right. The message for you is to understand how strong you are and how much you've been through, but to acknowledge you've got through this and you're coming out the other side from that. The final part of the message to you is from the card, and the card is from the Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine's. And I don't know if you can see that, Mr. Producer. Yeah, it's the 10 of water in the Angel Tarot. And this is all about emotions. And don't let the emotions overtake you, which is where sort of this lady was going. However, don't shut them off either. Okay, acknowledge them and then basically go with your emotions and start to open up again on an emotional level. Hopefully that makes sense. And like I said, I felt like I feel like I'm going to grandmother on mum's side, but Hopefully that makes sense. So thank you very much for that. So allow me to read for you and your family.
And also, Sue, just I'm very aware that you answered as well yourself. It's whatever works for you, how it works for you, and how you keep your communication going between you and your guys. You guys, between the pair of you, know best.
Yeah, okay. That's really important because there is no right or wrong. We all work differently. We're all different mediums, which is what all makes us unique and why different people go to different people. So go with what feels right for yourself. Okay, so moving on.
Okay.
Okay, so the producer was just talking out here, was basically saying if you would be interested in a taster session of a course, ourselves, we run courses in mediumship online, which includes resources and everything else. If you would be interested in anybody us running a taster session leading to a course, please put the comments down, just put in yes course, and then that will make sense, and then the producer will then follow that up.
Oh, thank you, Mr. P.
Thank you for that.
Okay. 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 Vicky Brocklehurst, are you still there, darling? Are you there? Because we've got your question right in front of us. Yeah, come on down. We used to love that
meditation's program.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to answer your question, Vicky. So hopefully, while we're answering, you will say yes, and that you are here, and we can give you a reading. Okay, so it's Vicky Brocklehurst, and she's put, I'm interested in learning meditation. Will that bring me closer to spirit? So for me, my answer would be a huge, ginormous, big, whopping, great big yes, because I love meditation, love meditation. It helps me calm down my thoughts. It helps me calm down my body. It helps me relax. It helps me just allow that peace to come through my mind, because my mind is hugely busy. And I then spirit just are able to, because I'm calmer, because I'm more centered, because I'm more kind of open in a way, it helps develop me faster, because I'm able to make that connection a whole lot easier. When I do mediumship, not with the cards, not psychics at work, mediumship, when I talk to spirit, I always meditate beforehand, certainly sit in the power, because sitting in the power is when you connect with the energy of sort of the world, if you like, grow the energy of the world and spirit and everything. So when you sit there and you're quiet in your mind, for me, that is the greatest way to make that connection.
Yeah, totally agree with all of that, but it's not for everybody. All right, and you know, there's a lot of emphasis on meditation. You know, it's good for quieting the mind, stilling the mind, and all of that. And when I'm sitting in the energy, I will do one or two things. I will meditate for the energy, but I'll also sit in the power, which is different to meditation. All right, so you're sitting in your own energy, building that, inviting spirit in. So, however, with meditation is what we're talking about. I can't do more than 10 minutes. And I you know, my students say, you know, should I sit for an hour? Should I sit for half an hour? The more that you can sit for meditation, the easier and the better it is. However, not everybody can. So I need to give you two sides of that, you know, in case there's some people here going, well, I've tried meditation, it's not working. So what I do for that is to use like a candle. I basically look at the candle flame, dip my eyes slightly, not close them, dip my eyes slightly, focus on the flame. when basically my mind stopped chattering, I'm focusing on the flame, I close my eyes, go into meditation. If I feel I'm coming out of it, my chatter mind, monkey mind, however you want, starts again, then I open my eyes a little bit, concentrate on the flame and go back in. So if you're struggling with meditation, that's another way.
Breathing is also really good. When you, I mean, obviously we all need to breathe, don't we? But it's kind of a bit dodgy if you don't. But when I mean breathing, it's about taking those big deep breaths and allowing the air and just to come forward into your lungs and almost feel it going around your body, and it's a kind of breath that I know opera singers learn how to do, and they breathe in through their diaphragm. For me, it's dead easy. All you have to do is imagine a big mouth on your tummy. All right, and you imagine yourself sucking that air in through that big mouth on your tummy, allowing it to fill your body, and then just allowing you to breathe out, because that also stills your mind and helps you get back into the meditative state.
And that's also good for those with anxiety as well.
Yes.
That sort of bringing in the rational mind again. Okay, so thank you. It appears that Vicky's not there, but hopefully if someone knows her, if they message her, then she can play that back with that advice that we've had. Okay, any more hellos or questions, please, Mr. Producer? Okay, so Paul Marfleet, what is the best way to sit in the power? So for myself, there's different ways. You can get these on listening to different tutors. You can go on YouTube and different channels for it. But basically, for me, I imagine a ball of light. Kirsty will probably say a different way. A ball of light that comes from the heart. I then expand it out so it covers the whole of the room and expand it up. I then push it out beyond the room, beyond the house, or wherever I am. I then push it into the countryside and start to feel the nature. I then push it out to the sea and to start to feel the moon, the stars, and everything. So that I'm feeling energy and drawing on the universal energy. But the thing with sitting in the power is you're building your own energy for your own sustainability. When you've got to where you feel like you're full of energy, you feel so powerful, and ideally, the longer you can do this, the better. So sort of 15 to 20 minutes as a rough, if not more, to half an hour. Invite then the spirit world, so sending out that energy to invite them in and to draw close. So then we have the blending that starts to take place between the two worlds. So that's how I do it. What about yourself?
Well, for me, sitting in the power is the power of energy itself. Now, I do ask spirit to draw close. I don't ask the people I'm going to work with to draw close. I ask my guides to come and sit with me. I ask them to, and immediately I can see, because I'm very clairvoyant, and I can see all the colours and things come around, and I focus in on that. I make sure my body is lovely and relaxed, and I just feel it getting bigger and bigger and bigger. My guides help me do this, and I feel myself, I can connect in with the land, I can connect in with the air, and I can just feel it getting bigger and bigger. And it's actually when you allow when you work with your guides to help you do this, for me, it works more sustainably to trying to do it myself. Because I don't know if you've noticed, I get quite easily distracted, and when my guides kind of get a grip of me, if you like, and they're like, "Oi, missus, come on," and they basically help me focus and stay focused, and I can sit in that power for such a long time because I can feel it just growing and growing, and it's pretty amazing. Find a way that works for you. As Matt said, it's not meditation. You're not going on a little journey somewhere. You are just connecting in and feeling the pulse of the world, of the earth, of the human race, of nature, of the universe, of God.
And basically what you're doing is, from a mediumship point of view, especially if you're working on platform and different things, you're building sustainability. So that energy just keeps building and building, so that when you come to work to give messages, even if you're doing private sittings or you're doing cards or whatever, that basically you're not going, "Oh, I've lost it," because you haven't got that energy. All right, so that's what you're doing with sitting in power. You're building your own energy up and then inviting the spirit to come in and to blend with you to work. So,
and holding it.
And holding it, yeah. So there is lots of different things. A good Gordon Higginson was of the SNU, the English Spiritualist Organisation, was a big advocate of sitting in the power and spending as much power of expanding that energy. So have a look, research it, and look what's the best way for yourself. So thank you for that, Paul.
Yeah, okay, let's have some cards from Paul, please.
Oh, that's the second time that card's come up. Oh, oh. Oh my goodness me. Okay, so we've got some pretty awesome cards coming up for you, Paul. The first one is, again, we've had this card the second time today, and this talks about positive changes. Again, I want to say that boat, that river, that swishy stuff at the back, all bubbling and you know, stormy, is all plain sailing and smooth at the moment. I do feel there was a reason that you had to go through what you had to go through to get to where you are now. I know there's a lot of love in this card for you. I know that that is a spiritual love and that is an earthly love. That is, I'm hoping that this is an acknowledgement for a love for yourself also. And this talks about, this is a lovely time now for you, just allowing yourself to be. There was, I feel, a very good reason why you asked that, because I do feel that you have very good mediumistic skills, Paul, and I know that you can connect, I want to say, with the universe, because I can't believe this has come up, but clock that. Isn't that just exactly what we were talking about there, Paul? Don't you think it's just amazing when the cards do that? This is about trusting the universe. This is about you connecting in with that universe. I do know that there are greater, more worldly and other worldly things that you can connect with. All right. I'm very aware of you having quite an amazing amount of power, Paul. And I feel like you just need to reach out and touch that and allow that to sort of bring forward and help you. Because I do know also, this is time for you to start caring enough for you. Okay, allow you to have your time, allow you to think, you know, actually, you're pretty awesome, Paul, to say the least. You're pretty awesome. So you need to start loving that little person inside you, the bigger person that you are now, loving you for who you are, seeing the beauty inside you, and then spirit can connect in that, the angels can connect in that, and you can just then look at, just grow that, all this positive stuff. Stay positive, keep it positive, love yourself. If you don't love yourself, turn to like yourself, move it slowly, step by step, bit by bit, because I know that you're being called to work spiritually, and that you need the confidence and the love for yourself in order to work at a higher, truer pace, because then your head, your mind doesn't get in the way. Okay. Yeah, they are gorgeous cards, aren't they? Let me show you again what they are. Okay, so we have got all of these. We've got these two cards, okay, which are Diana Cooper Archangel Oracle cards and the Angel Oracle, Angel Guide Oracles by Kyle Gray. And then we have these beautiful fairy tarot cards here from Bradley Valentine. But yes, Paul, you've got a lot of work to do. You've got a lot of work to do for spirit. So you need to just focus in on that energy and fling that energy out and fling it in and learn to love you even more. Okay, I hope that was all right for you, my lovey.
Okay, just add just with that, just to echo what Kirsty's saying, that sometimes we need to look beyond just this world, and that sometimes we don't always feel we fit in, but that's why we always look beyond the other worlds for the advice. Hopefully that makes sense to you, Paul.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay, okie dokie. Yeah, are we doing a specific or generalised? Okay. 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 Okay, so I've got to see. Excuse me, I do apologise. I don't know where that
I
comes
do
from.
apologise, that wasn't a sneeze, but really sorry.
I do apologise. I need to grow a sneeze, really, don't I? Okay, so Tracy Boyle, and so many others of you have been asking about, why aren't loved ones coming through for me? Why am I asking for them and they're just not coming through? And it's like, come on, where are you? Have you left me? Are you gone? Well, I want to say, first of all, no, they haven't left you. Okay, they may have stuff to do themselves, but in spirit world there is no such thing as time. They think, you think, and they are there. They are there. It's as simple as that. There isn't a, oh, it takes me half hour to get to you. Well, it doesn't work that way. All right, it is a thought, and you're there, and it's a thought, and there's lots of different ways of doing that, many more ways than I can even comprehend, if I'm perfectly honest. So don't think that you're taking them away from something else, or don't think they are busy doing other things. If they are standing back, in my opinion, one of the reasons, it's because of you. And it's not because they don't want to be with you, because of course they want to be with you, but they want you to heal. Now, sometimes when we lose somebody that we absolutely adore and love, and we've had them in our lives for so long, what happens is we just want them to stay, and we want them to be there in our energy, and we don't get on with our own lives. We don't get to move on and do things that we need to do in this world, because we're so stuck on wanting to be with that person. Now, if that person from the spirit world was to come down and come through the medium readings and things like that with you at that time, then that would help you and increase you to get stuck, if that makes sense. All right, so for me, that's one of them.
Okay, so there's a number of things. Sometimes when we're going through grief, or we've got a lot going on, our loved ones don't leave us. So the way I take it is, if you imagine your loved ones there, they draw back a little bit so you can deal with whatever's going on, or you can deal with your grief and everything else. They're still there, but they're not that close to the point of where they're clouding your thoughts and allow you to process stuff. The other thing I want to say, and this is perhaps comes across in the wrong way, it's not meant to, but it's the easiest way. And I've explained this before with the mediumship. If you imagine the straw that you get from a certain well-known place where you get burgers and all of that, and they have the shakes and they have the milkshake, the harder you bite and suck on the straw, it almost shrinks up really tight, so the drink doesn't
caves in.
Okay, caves in, and basically doesn't come up the drink. If you just lightly drink on the straw, then basically all the milkshake goes through. Okay, the same thing is, if we concentrate too hard that we want that person to come through, what happens is that information void goes like this. Or the other thing is, we get the connection, but because we're wanting it too much, we question ourselves as to whether they're actually there, and almost put excuses, well, it can't be them because of this, or basically perhaps it's my imagination, and we put it off and basically dismiss it. So there's lots of different reasons why. Okay, now whatever the reason is, all right, there is nothing worse than losing someone who is so precious to us and who means so much to us. And the reason for that is because if you imagine we're all connected by that love bond through our heart, when they cross over, whether this is mum, dad, sister, brother, whatever the physical connection is, that love bond is just as strong, and it almost gets tugged on, that love bond, and it hurts so much. Now, myself, Kirsty, and yourselves have all been through grief at different points in your life. And each grief that you entail will be different, and your different experiences and how you deal with it will always be different. But it doesn't make it any easier. One of the things I do want you to reassure, though, is that your loved ones never, ever leave you. Ever. They're always with you, they're holding your hand, and they're giving you guidance, and they're giving reassurance. They will do this in a number of ways to prove it to you. They will draw close and they will touch the side of your face. They maybe feel like you've got a cobweb in your hair. They may draw close that makes your hairs on your back of your hand or the back of your neck stand up. You may hear songs that may be played that remind you of them. Or for example, if their name was Layla, the song by Eric Clapton, Layla, suddenly starts to play. Okay, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, one final thing that I want to add to that is that sometimes, I mean, grief is horrendous. It's all absorbing, it's heavy, it's literally, it's incredibly traumatic, and it's a very heavy energy. Now, because it is so consumed in grief, whether we suppress it or whether we accept it, because even suppressing grief can still affect us quite severely, but we just don't really know that it's doing it. But when it does sort of come out, or when we are accepting grief, it is pretty huge. So you can't always see the messages they're leaving. You can't always see, because you're, as Matt said, you're either doubting or you're just so involved in the grief, so weighted down by the loss and the trauma that you're suffering, that you just can't see past that. And to believe yourself that actually this is what they're doing, this is me, this must be my mind. And sometimes we just want to curl up in a ball and just not do anything, with a big sign saying, leave me alone, I don't want to be here, whatever. All these really dark and sad things. Now, your loved ones will be with you, but they just need you to process that and deal with that on some level, because then that's where once it's a bit like grief, you need to go through it to come out the other side, to accept that that person is no longer there in the physical, but they're never going to be gone in the spiritual sense. So I hope that kind of helps. It's a very long and complicated answer to that, and I hope that some of what we've told you does make sense to you all.
Okay, so with yourself, Tracy, I do feel I've got a young lady with me. I feel very jokey with her, very down to earth. She's coming in sort of saying, I'm the more mature one, the more sensible one, but then laughing with this. I don't feel with this lady, she takes things seriously. I feel very carefree. I would have done my own thing. If you told me to do one thing, I would have done the opposite. I very much knew my own mind. I very much feel with her, very, very clever and very sure. I'm taken to my stomach. And as I said throughout the show, if I get stomach condition, but I also feel cancer within the body with this. So that's where I'm going, and it's quite strong where I'm going. I also feel with her that they say that the young die young and the best ones die young. And I feel with her, she had so much to live for. And, you've put there, you're trying hard, but she tried hard throughout her life. She was a hard worker. She gave, and gave. And towards the end, she gave too much that there was nothing else to give. All right? So, okay. So with this lady that I've got, I need to say to you, all right, this is about peace for yourself. All right, this is about peace for yourself. There is no point in destroying yourself by what might have been. This is about you sort of giving your time not only to grieve, but also to try and process everything that's happened and to move forward. I also need to say to you from the lady and I'm going on mum's side of the family with this lady. All right, so I'm coming very much on a motherly sort of process. Is give your time to sleep, give your time to rest, and time to clear the mind, because there's just so much going on. It's almost, I need to say to you, stop beating yourself up and blaming yourself. You've got nothing to blame yourself for, all right? You need to give yourself time to understand. It's almost like I need to say to you, you need to talk to somebody who, professional, all right, to be able to deal with this trauma and this grief that you're going through. The final thing I need to say to you is learn to, when you walk forward with confidence, go forward in very small steps, and that's what's happening. You're going forward in very small steps, but you're going in the right direction. So don't rush the process. Allow things to play out as they are, and to allow that love to expand again, okay? Because you've shut down quite a bit. So I need to say that to you. Bless you. I'm really sorry about your loss, and you will move forward, but don't expect that process to be too quick. You go at your pace, your time and process, and acknowledge your feelings in the way that they're meant to be done. If I can thank you for that, Tracy. And can I ask one last favour, Mr. Producer? Could you go back to the, there was a gentleman with a young child picture.
That's the one.
Okay, so I want to go, I don't normally do this. I don't know if you want to come on this one. Okay, but I felt that I also had the gentleman in the picture here with myself. And I want to say, I feel a spade's a spade with this gentleman. And I'm sorry, I'm going with Christina Warnock. I feel a spade's a spade. I don't have any minutes, but I have got such a big heart, and I wear my heart on my sleeve. I would have respected people. Everyone would have liked me. I found it sometimes difficult, excuse me, to speak my mind, and I kept a lot inside, and I found that very, very difficult to, although I was a happy person, to express what I really felt was very, very difficult. I feel at times that he held back a lot because he didn't want to offend or to hurt other people. I don't feel you had the opportunity to say goodbye to him, Christina, but this is me now to say to you, there are no goodbyes. There's temporary pauses till they go over the other side, so then they can come back and say hello again. And he wants to come and say hello to you. Now my back has gone absolutely freezing, and I feel when he comes close to you, your back goes very, very cold from the bottom of bottom of your neck right down to the bottom of your spine. Literally right down the spine goes absolutely stone cold, and he's making me wear. I feel with him, I'm 5'9" because I've shrunk a bit after an operation, but I feel taller with him. So I certainly want to say 5'11", 6 foot. All right. I also want to say I've got massive hands, and I feel that I would have been very practical, but so loving. And I want to say to you, they say the apple never falls far from the tree. And with you, you've carried on that tradition of your father of still giving and loving and being kind to everybody else. What I need to say to you, though, there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance that where basically you give, you also need to receive to give back as well. He wants to say to you, he's always in your thoughts. He comes around about 10 o'clock at night, so roughly about now. All right, and you also, I feel like I'm going like that along my nose, and I feel like he comes in just like that. So if you feel like you're going like this on your nose, it's just him showing you how close he is. He gives you a peck here on the forehead, and he just wants to say, love you lots. If I can leave that with you. And he wouldn't have openly said that, but that's what he wants to do now. I can leave that with you. Thank you for working with me. And thank you for both working with me, and for everyone tonight, working both myself and Kirsty. And whatever your situation, whatever's happening with you, be assured that your loved ones are always with you. They walk with you. And although mediums like myself, Kirsty, and other mediums may not always have that connection as much as you would like it to be, still know your loved ones are there irrespective of that.
They are literally just a breath away. So keep talking to them, keep listening out, keep watching for signs, live your life and make them proud of you as they watch you. Okay, guys, well, it's been absolutely lovely. A pleasure as always. Okay, and it would be lovely if we could catch up with you again soon, but unfortunately we have come to the end of the show. Oh, I'm so sorry to say that.
Oh, unfortunately so, but we've loved it, and thank you. I've just seen Yasmin just put some feedback, so thank you so much. But also, you keep on your spiritual journey, so you get the accuracy and keep pushing forward. So thank you for that.
Yeah, so look forward to seeing you guys next time. You stay safe, take care of yourselves, take care of each other.
Yes, and please remember to tune in on Monday night to see ourselves 8 p.m. UK time. Please check the time differences in wherever you are around the world, but also check in sptv.uk for the website, and check in Deb Clark at 8 p.m. Tomorrow evening with her readings. And I will never do this, but I'm going to say, if you're interested in contact us, please do mclaidclairvoyance.com if there's any inquiries, or if you interested in a mock sort of preview of a. Okay, I was going to say, just put yes in the comments and the producer or follow those up. So thank you so much for joining us, and take care and enjoy your week.
Keep tuning in. Take care.